Alright guys, um, I'm here to make a little video, a little guide on how to earn money, real money, by playing a simple online game called Archlord. It's a private server called Archonia, and basically what you want to do is active grinding to earn resources which you then sell to players for in-game currency called V-coins, which you can then transform into PayPal by using this world chat or Discord, where there's a Discord server with a want to sell section where you can basically trade all your stuff. So basically this video will be focusing on my character, how I build it, and how I am able to make a lot of this currency each day. And yeah, I'm gonna show you how I gonna do it. So basically the most important thing you grind here is runes of ancient lands. Each of this is like 40 cc, 40 V coins, which is like, you could say 40 cents, but it's a little bit lower since the rates on the server dropped a little bit. It's a question of price and demand, you know. Basically, I'm gonna show you my gear, my skill setup, so you can understand how this class works. And yeah, I'm gonna start. This is a caster, Zerg, Berserker. This is a class. You can see I'm on a two-hand build for max damage, because you basically are carried with this skill, which gives you a lot of tankiness, so you can go two-hand for max damage. Basically, I got my skills here all maxed out for maximum percentile damage. Not many people do it, but I just did it for the min-maxing. For the buffs I go for maxing these three. On class you go this on 1, because you just need the important thing on this buff is to max out your damage, so your damage is always on max, since as you can see on a weapon, if you look at the damage, it's not always maxed, but with this skill it is. Then you max out these three as well. Then on passives I go for max on these 4 and this on 1, but you can also max this for min-maxing. Then here I max this out, max pretty much everything out besides of this one and this one, because this is a crit buff. We are caster, so we don't need crit, and this is basically a PvP skill, single target basically, not an AoE, so you don't really need it on grinding. I also maximize Sacrifice Blow just because it's an insane skill with insane damage, and since we scale with physical damage, you need to get as much percentile on each skill, in my opinion, since you also scale percentile damage on Brute Force, which basically means you're adding up just numbers and it's just insane. So for my setup I go with CF boots. They are pretty normal, I guess. Nothing special. Nothing really to say about them. Then CF pants. I try to get some with HP and mana and resistance. Hard to get those, but this would be best in slot, or yeah. Then I go with these good yellows, 2 Archlords. Better than CF gloves in my opinion because of the yellows. Then we got this armor. I switch between many armors. I got this one as well. These are weird armors, I know, but they do their job, I guess. This helmet, basically cooldown and all stats, because you need as much all stats you can get to be like at least somehow tanky. Then I made myself a glow Luke, sadly only 2 slot, just for movement speed so you can pull faster, I guess. Then we got these 2 just for buffing or debuffing, and this was +1 weapon as well for debuffing. So usually then I switch my uniques mid-pull on this weapon, +16 max damage. Unfortunately only 5 slot, which makes it not so good, but anyways. Luke necklace with full strength and 2 int Archlords full strength, so you basically debuff seismic and wild barrage with this setup, and then you switch to these 4, and then you basically make pretty good damage. In Poison World it's ridiculous. Here I'm going to show you a test pull just so you can see what I'm talking about. So all you need for your grind setup is basically Lens Plus. Heavenly I bought 14 days, which you can get because you print so much CC in here that you can always sustain yourself on these things. Basically then 7 days Toa, suit and a pet. We usually pop a kitty, a seed of farmer, then a combi pot, extra large quickness, extra large defense, and on this build setup I have to use a on-off cloak, which I use now, and then I will buff myself with this setup. You want as much +1 to all skills as usual. You buff yourself, then you start pulling basically. The thing is, Vital Charge is a little bit tricky sometimes, so I already switch on this setup and show you just a pull with my damage setup without debuffing. When I debuff I can get a little bit more damage, but as you can see the mobs go down pretty decently, still red though, and this is without debuffing on my damage setup. What you could do is, as I said, switch these uniques mid-fight to have a higher debuff on these, which make a difference. I will show you now. So you make the pull, always keep your vital charge up, it's like very important. Then basically I switch very fast, hit the debuffs, switch back, and then you can see the numbers went up pretty substantial. And yeah, that's basically how this build works. As you can see, it's not perfectly optimized. With a little bit more mana and life would be better, but since I will be 92 soon, I will get my endgame weapon, I guess, which should be preferable 8 slot. And with this technique, as you can see, I just dropped a rune just by doing this 2 pulls. So you can do serious money here with this build, because the damage is pretty outstanding compared to other classes self-buffed. I see a lot of people here, they struggle, like not many people are grinding here. So if you are willing to invest into this setup, like similar to this, you will get good results definitely, and it will be worth, because many people out here be grinding inefficiently, trying to get money but just wasting time. And I hope this video helps these people, and see you in the next